A wise man once said, the purpose of life is to find that one thing worth bleeding for. And what better thing is there than hot vampire waifus and husbandos? Let's take a look at where we can find some. Number 10.
妖怪学園ってとこに入学するんだって大事ないとこの入る学園だしちょっと調べてみたんだけどその学園ねもしもしきょうちゃんもしもし
Class is in session as we get started with Rosario plus Vampire, a classic anime featuring the classic bloodsucker of myth. Things seem to be going pretty downhill for our boy Tsukune. Thankfully for him, he got spirited away to a magical school of panties and jiggle physics. The only catch is everyone happens to be a monster that's out for some human flesh.
でもこの子が本物のヴァンパイアだとしたら
Okay, that's a lie. Some just settle for a little bit of sucky, and that's exactly where the vampire girl Mocha comes in. And just as you'll come to learn later on, there's more than meets the eye with this S-class monster. Ready to glare down upon those weaker and serve out an ass-kicking, I sure as hell thank the undead gods for this vampire.
もしかしてモカさん
ごめんねカプ
Number 9.
違います私は風紀委員として
Spilling some more serious blood this time, we have Vampire Knight. What's better than one blood-sucking hottie? Well, how about a whole school full of them? But a pack of wolves is always a danger to sheep, so the cheerful girl Yuki is on the case as a committee member dedicated to protecting the human student body. That being said though, she herself is quite willing to give her own body to one Zero Kiryu, the hottie that saved her back when she was a kid.
要先輩
いつもご苦労様
そんな風紀委員として当然です
With so much danger on the job though, it's all the more essential to stick by your fellow human companions. After all, a blood-sucking vampire can only have so much control around such a hot-blooded, cheery do-gooder. Ah, he's a vampire too, isn't he? Oh well. Number 8.
おい生きてるかヤブ
やぶではない
Basking in blue moonlight, next up is the case study of Vanitas. A true modern anime in all its high-definition glory. Get ready for some European drip as we dig through vampiric mysteries and witness some glorious superpowered fights. But is that really all you can expect from this gem by Studio Bones? Of course not.
惚れた女の秘密を勝手に広めるようなことは俺の趣味ではない。ただし2つ条件がある。
I mean, good lord, did you see that? Yeah, I'd listen through all manner of lore yapping just to get to another one of them scenes. May you be a woman, man, or whatever else, there's likely a hot character here for you, and probably with white hair too. Jean is truly a sight to behold in any universe.
したのねよかったよかった本当によかった
Number 7.
病院行く前にお前の好きな海の前通ってやるよ
ありがとう
Unsheathing its full potential, let's take a look at Blood Plus. An anime lost in time for many newer anime fans, this series is easily my favorite of the bunch as it brings an unexpected quality that I never expected from a title that I frankly never heard of before. I guess it is expected for Production IG to bring such a good quality, gritty anime original to the light. Nevertheless, this is an easy must-watch for any unfamiliar fans. Now, is there an awkwardly placed steamy scene that's to be expected of a vampire property? Well, hell yeah! But that isn't really the main selling point of this series as it offers so much more in its slowly unraveling world building and pretty badass fights. Saya may be a typical hero with hidden power, but it doesn't take any shine away from the badassery that comes with being the last pure vampire. So I implore you to sit back and relax as we see plenty of blood-sucking beasts taste the edge in this bloody saga.
なんとなく頑張れるそんな魔法の言葉さ
なんくるないさ
楽になるだろ
Number 6.
冷たい。大丈夫ですか？鼓動がない。大変。救急車呼ばなきゃ。
Eyeing up some prey, we have Diabolik Lovers. What would you do if a blonde woman suddenly entered your home unannounced? Well, obviously, you pin her down and start licking her like she's a bag of meat. Or at least, that's what this band of bad boys do.
おいしい。
だろ？
片付けなきゃ。次の授業は出ないと。
Making up for the lack of steaminess from our previous entry, Diabolik Lovers is a diabolic watch where the dignity of our MCUE is always hanging by the thinnest thread. It's a unique entry though, as it is a visual novel adaptation, and you can clearly tell by its low-key spooky soundtrack and thick ever-present mystery. Emphasis too on the visual, as your eyes will be thankful for the many graphic examples of, love? Yeah, this is love. How the hell would I know?
相変わらず回りくどい言い方だな。逃げたら殺すって言やいいんだよ。
やめ。もうやめて。
悪い、俺が倒した。よう父なし。
Your blood thick enough yet? I'm sure one of these blood-sucking baddies has caught your eye. If this video did too, consider leaving a super thanks to show your eternal love. We'll be forever grateful. Comment down below your faves though, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe while you're at it. Now we better get going, the bloodsuckers are calling, and the call of the night is always alluring. Number 5.
さっきから白神は関西弁で楽しそうに話して、コロコロ表情も変わって、きっと本当は白神はすごく人と話すのが好きな子なんだ。それがそんな子がたった一つの秘密を守るために。
Next up, no secret is safe because we have Actually I Am. Everyone has their secrets, but eventually there just comes a time when you just have to confess. Okay, maybe some things are better off unsaid. For Asahi though, he just can't help it. And I'd find it hard too if I found out the girl I was crushing on the whole time was a gosh darn vampire. I'd probably be telling all my friends about our half vampire kids as soon as possible.
黒峰くん、私のために用意してくれたんやな。ほんまありがとう。
俺じゃないって。いただ
きまーす。
Anyway, as the concept suggests, there's a ton of hilarities to enjoy in the series, and a good bit of heart too, even though many of the hearts do tend to stray from that of a human's. In between everything, one thing's for sure though, you'll be losing a lot of blood. Well, actually, I am quite into that.
いや、一人暮らし始めてから家来るなんて初めてやったから、友達が。
Number 4.
秋村の我慢を無駄にするところだった。ま、元気だしな。男なんかいくらでもいるよ。
Crossing the line, let's move on to Devil's Line. With visceral action and a straightforward but solid storyline, there's a reason why this vampiric series is a staple to many of our lists here. While the romance may be seen as rushed, only then can it really lead to hot sparks as we witness some gloriously steamy scenes between the leads. I mean, seriously, these two should get a room. You never would have guessed this girl's been through some stuff.
ちょっとやつれたか。ぼっちゃりしてるくらいの方がモテるんだぞ。痛いって。グーパンはやめろ、グーパンは。
With a pretty interesting start to properly hook you in, it's just a thrilling watch that's perfect for a weekend binge if you're feeling a bit thirsty for some bloody thrills.
俺も何かやるよ。プレゼント。
Number 3.
彼女は血を飲むのか。
いえ、候補生の皆さんと同じ献立です。
Yearning for a trip to the moon, next up is Irina, the vampire cosmonaut. A very surprising emotional entry on this list. This series is all about the milk, sweat, and tears needed to become the first vampire in space. And you did in fact hear that right. Not a lot of blood for this bloodsucker. Milk will do just fine. This anime does invoke a certain thirst for me though, as Irina herself is quite a beauty, and I think one of the most underrated waifus in recent times.
ありがとう。空はもう怖くない。
よかったそりゃよかったよかったよかった
バカ。
All hail the motherland for this space program. But I guess I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Irina will have to face discrimination and all sorts of challenges to reach her dreams. All we can really hope for is Lev getting some of his own milk before it's all said and done.
じゃあ一口もらう。
Number 2.
私は実の両親からお金で売られて、ただ魔族と戦うための道具として育てられてきたんです。だから私が死んでも誰も悲しまない。でも先輩は違うじゃないですか。
Giving us a show worth seeing, we have Strike the Blood. Yeah, I bet a decent number of you were waiting for this anime to eventually pop out. A flagship of the ecchi vampire crusade, this time it's our boy Kojo's turn to do some vampire harassment. Still better than Diabolik Lovers, I say.
信じてくれるのか？
覗きに来るのは仕方ないとしても、そんな意味のない嘘をつく人じゃないって信じてますから。
This package comes with action you can expect from this sort of series and even a bit of grittiness. It's like a certain magical index, but instead we have a certain horny vampire. Make sure your room is properly closed for this one. Wouldn't want your parents walking in. It's not just about the quality, but the quantity too. A true anime test all youngins should go through.
姫凪、少しだけいいか？
先輩、ダメです。私たちまだそんな。
ありがとう。もう行けそうだ。
Number 1. Dancing through a break-in, our final entry is Dance with Devils. What would you do if a degenerate suddenly approached you with his gang ready to strike? Well, break down in song and dance, of course. Wait, didn't we do this before? That's right. It's just like Diabolical Lovers, but musical.
誤解しないでほしい。君のためなどではない。生徒会長として学園の秩序を守りたいだけだ。
Well, at least Ritsuka here is capable of protecting herself with the power of consent and a magical pendant. Who would have thought? There's much to uncover in this series as always, but I can't help but be completely out of breath laughing. I mean, crying tears of joy as the plentiful musical numbers give my soul a real cleansing. I guess you could say, I can't help but dance with the devils. Am I right, guys? And that's all we got for today. How's your pulse doing? Comment down below your thirsty thoughts. We always love to see them. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching. We'll be seeing you again next time, and maybe we might even take a bite.